When I committed the crime, I was 16 years old. I was still a child. When I got released from prison, my state of mind was just simply I was gonna go get a job. You have that box and that question asks you, have you ever been convicted of a felony offense? And once I seen that, I just lost all hope. I didn't know the collateral consequences that I was gonna face having a felony conviction attached to my name. When I got tired of those doors closing in my face, I just seeked out other ways, and cleaning was one of the things that kept me calm, it kept me at peace. My name is Marquis Mckenzie. I'm 32 years old, and I'm from Orlando, Florida. Last year, I've made over $150,000. So between my income with the Dirt Master and Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, I support my spouse and my 3 kids between those different 2 incomes. I'm doing about 70, 80 hours a week. FRC sometimes can go well over 40 hours just because of the commitment that I am to the organization. And then with the Dirt Master, it can go anywhere from 30 to probably 40 hours or more, depending on if we have projects that come up. So growing up, I was very almost independent. I was one of those kids that wanted to be the class clown, wanted to be fun, and wanted to be known, but I caused a lot of bad energy to come my way. And I would say about the age of 15, I just decided to give up, drop out of high school, and make my own decisions. I hung around a lot of people that was older than me, and I felt like I had a point to prove. I thought because I didn't have any criminal record, that was my first offense, that I was gonna get released. When I went to court, I found myself being told that my case can no longer be seen by the juvenile justice system, and that it's gonna be turned over to the adult system. And the only thing I can remember is my mom, crying in the courtroom and begging the judge to please, give me a second chance. And the only thing that the judge would say is that, I'm sorry, this case is out of my hands. I went out and made a mistake, and I should have been held accountable for my actions. I just don't think I should have been held accountable as an adult. When I got sentenced, I believe I was 17 years old. Out of 24 months, I only had to do 8 months in prison. It was a very crazy experience, and at some points it was very stressful, but every time I cleaned, despite that I was cleaning the dirtiest thing inside of the jails, and jails are dirty, it just made me feel that peace, right? It made me forget about my court date, it made me forget about the time that I was facing. I kind of made the comparison, when you change your life, when you clean your life up, you feel good. Same thing when you clean something physical, you just feel good about your house, you just feel that peace. My mom, she was very hard on us about cleaning. And to be honest, I used to hate it. I just never knew how that was gonna change my life. So I figured that I found my niche right then and there, and I knew from their point that I wanted to start a cleaning business. So when I talk about my lifestyle and my expenses that I take care of, and including my family as well, which is my 3 kids, and then a lot of stuff that I do for the community, and then also running a small business, I'm gonna just be transparent. It's been very hard to even try to think about saving. So in my 401k, I currently have just under $3,000 in that savings account. The total that we're paying for our apartment is roughly close to $1,800 a month. My phone bill, we have it in our business name. We have about 7 lines on that account, including smartwatches. It fluctuates between $700, close to $800 a month for our cell phone bills. A lot of my expenses go towards food, and that's either buying groceries for the house or because I'm on the move every day, just honestly eating out. So on an average day, if I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner out, I can spend close to $100, a day on food if I don't decide to eat at home. When I got released, that was the same year that I was supposed to walk across the stage. A lot of people that I grew up with was going to be graduating, and I was just going to be coming home from prison. So I never finished college, I just dropped out. It can be very difficult if you don't have that family support or you don't have someone who believes in second chances that's willing to give you an opportunity. It can be very hard for you to transition and get back into society and be a productive citizen. That really kind of pushed me to the edge. And when I was told that I couldn't get that actual promotion, I looked to becoming an entrepreneur. We give second chances to individuals. Matter of fact, one of the ways that can get you hired with the Dirt Master is having a felony offense. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to go out and get a felony offense to get a job with us, but that's one of the things that we look at before we hire individuals. Have you been through the system? And we're able to relate. My spouse's name is Charnisha Osley. She's one of the sole owners of the Dirt Master and also one of the full-time employees with the Dirt Master as well. Almost 80%, I want to say 90% of our staff either have a felony conviction or been incarcerated. We try to be an organization that's for us and led by us and being able to compare and give opportunities to many of us who's coming through our doors. One of my long-term goals was to purchase properties and will rent to returning citizens. And this room here is very special to me because this was my room growing up, and I spent a lot of time in this room. You can see the walls are painted. When I purchased the house, it was for $222,000. So my mortgage on that house is currently $1,300. Now we have the property and we're trying to turn it into a transitional house where we actually give opportunities to guys, women, or youth coming out of the incarceration system to be able to have a place to live. I know a lot of returning citizens who need an opportunity just to have a safe place to lay their head at so they can think about the next day and the opportunities that they can probably take advantage of. But if they don't have a proper place to shower, a proper place to eat, or just to be at peace, trying to be a productive citizen is the last thing that's on their mind. If we want to reduce having victims in our communities, we have to think about giving opportunities for those who are coming out of the criminal justice system so they don't go back out and commit more crimes and create more victims. So in the next 5 to 10 years, my goal is to be the youngest philanthropist in the state of Florida. So of course I will have to acquire a lot of wealth so I can give back to many others in the community. I want to make sure that my kids, if they decide to go to college or they decide to be an entrepreneur, that they have an easy financial success path for them. I want to be able to say I own multiple properties across the state of Florida. And then the biggest thing, of course, I want to continue to build and expand the Dirt Master. So within the next 5 to 10 years, I plan on being a corporation where we can actually franchise our model out to returning citizens across the state of Florida and many other states as well. If we want to create a better and just society and impact our communities, we have to pick up those who are the most weakest. And when you talk about the state of Florida, the ones who are most weakest in the community are the ones who are most likely being incarcerated or have a felony offense. If we're not picking those people up, how can we thrive in our communities? I'm very hopeful that the criminal justice system is actually going to be way better and create more opportunities, for individuals right there in the system alone. Your past does not define your future. What you did in the past shouldn't hold you back from trying to be successful in the future. It should stop you from being a productive citizen.
Today is Saturday, February 11th, the year is 2023. That was a great video I just showed you about a young man who got his life together, started his own business. He's had some issues. He's moved forward, found a way to survive and thrive. I thought it was a really, really interesting video. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're always constantly looking for some type of positive motivation. And I repeatedly have told you all, if you can find some videos that show some great things going on in the Black American community, please send them to me and post them to me. I found this video and I thought it was very interesting. Young man who's had some issues at a very early age, got through those issues, and now prepared, married, with kids, his own business, financially doing okay. He will get better as his finances improve, as he gets older and mature. The bottom line is he's making it. And I think that's the most important thing. Regardless of his choices or bills or whatever, he is making it. He is surviving. So anyway, I wanted to share that video with you all. But anyway, today is Saturday, February 11th. I'm sitting here at the house. It's freezing cold outside now. It's supposed to get even colder tonight. It's supposed to rain or snow or sleet or something. I don't know. I turned that heat on today. I said, okay, I can turn the heat on in this damn house. And I'm just sitting here having a cup of coffee, enjoying this Saturday. I decide if I'm going to go to the gym today. I might not. I know one thing, I'm going to take a nap after I do this video. Just checking in with everybody. I posted a video about a grandmother who was arrested at a bank. I hope you all watched that video. I was in total shock when I watched that and how they treated that woman. It made no sense. It's very indicative of the problems that we consistently have here in Americans, just being treated as a human being. That video made me very angry. And I couldn't even comment on the video. I was going to say something, but I just had to sit down and think, what was the reason for locking this woman up, putting her nude in a jail cell for a day and a half? What was this all about? It's just evil and hate and racism at its finest. And I hope they take that bank for millions and also go after that police department, because they had no business doing that. Y'all know these were some evil white folks. No elderly white woman would have been treated like that in that manner at all. You all need to watch that video. No, and people made a comment about her having a mortgage. You don't know what she had a mortgage for. That she could have had to install new heat and air units, or a new roof, or a new kitchen, or new plumbing. You know, houses do have problems, and it took out a mortgage to pay for it. So don't question why she has a mortgage at her age. Question why that bank treated her in the manner that it did, over $600 measly that they pretty much knew was hers. Very crazy. It just shows you the problems we face as Black Americans in this country, no matter your age. Her husband was in the military. He was a Vietnam vet. I just wonder. You know, but I know for a fact they would not have treated an elderly white woman in that manner at all. They would not have done that. We all know that. We can't live in a fantasy world about these racist white folks and their racist behavior, especially down there in Florida. But anyway, I was telling a friend of mine, I don't think we ever going to see the type of change in racist behavior in this country, not for another maybe 100 to 200 years. Y'all do realize that there are people still walking around alive today who were against the civil rights movement and Dr. Martin Luther King. But that's just my thoughts and opinions on how, because it just makes no sense for the stuff that we see happening in our communities. And sometimes I read y'all's messages and y'all say, you can't blame this on racism. Okay, you can blame a lot of stuff on racism. Is the root of the vast majority of the problems that you see in Black America. You can choose to ignore it if you want to. You can choose to ignore it and blame Black folks. But if you look really deep and sit down and think, really look and evaluate the issues in our communities, you'll get to the root of the problem. It's just behave how blacks have been treated in this country for centuries, not like human beings. I mean, think about it. This is 2023. Should that woman, that elderly woman, been treated in that manner? Arrested, handcuffed, injured, put in a jail cell for what? Who calls the police? The bank employees? I hope they all get fired. Now I just don't know how evil some of these white folks are. I'll see them and I'll look at them and keep right on walking. Some of these white folks are some of the most evil, racist people on planet Earth. And if you don't understand why the problems that we have in the black community are a direct result of their actions, then you are a fucking fool. But anyway, because I know some of y'all ignorant ass niggas, the comments y'all make about giving these white folks a pass makes me sick to my damn stomach. Also, I do know a lot of white people come onto my post pretending to be black, but they're not. They pretend to be somebody black, but they're actually white, and I delete those comments. Anyway, gonna be a short video because I'm about to get dressed. It's a Saturday. It's cold outside. I wanted to go get some breakfast. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. I'll come back later to do a longer video. But I want to tackle this video. I want to get you all's thoughts and opinions about the other video. And then it was heartbreaking what took place at that bank. I've had issues happen at the banking while black. In fact, I've been kicked out. I've had my bank account. A bank can close your account for any reason. I've had so many bank accounts closed, and I hadn't done nothing but be black while banking, and they'll close the account. They don't like a deposit you made, or a withdrawal you made, or just all kinds of crazy shit. They'll just send you a letter saying we're closing your account, and just foolishness. They'll just move on to the next bank. It's just the country that we live in, you know. But anyway, I need a vacation. That's what I really need to be working on. Sitting here trying to find me some place to go for a vacation with some sun, with some beautiful sun shine outside. Beautiful sunshine would be nice. That's what I was online looking at. I'm gonna go back, try to find me a beautiful vacation. The Super Bowl weekend. Y'all having Super Bowl parties, anything? Let me know who's having a Super Bowl party. I won't be having one. But anyway, actually it's gonna be a little short video. I got some stuff I need to take care of real quick. Somebody's pulling up to the house right now. Today is Saturday, February 11th, the year 2023. I'm out, and I'm gonna speak to y'all later on.